The third point which I want us to take into consideration is that, according to the text, with the temptation, God will not allow you to be tempted beyond your strength. Now the third point comes, with the temptation, we also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. When we are going to school, there are some teachers, when it's time before the exam, they will give us what we call guideline. This guideline has to do with the topic that we are supposed to study, the places that we should cover for the exam. And so it is from this guideline that the questions will be drawn. And so if you study the guidelines, if you study the places that the teacher said we should study, you should be in place to pass that exam. This is the same thing that God the Father will do for us. For every problem He allows you to go through, He will provide the guideline. He will give instructions unto you as to how you can solve that problem. That's what the passage is telling us. With the temptation, He will also provide the way of escape, that you will be able to endure it. It is not God's pleasure for you to undergo problem, for you to suffer till death. That's not the will of God, for you to suffer till you die. That's not the will of God, for you to undergo circumstances that you will not be able to solve. It's not the will of God. I want you to know this one. Every challenge that God allows you to go through, every difficulty that He allows you to encounter, He has already given the guideline. As in an exam, He has already given a guideline for you. With that guideline, which you'll be able to solve that problem. But the issue with us is that many of us do not follow guidelines. We are lazy students. That is why we go through life and encounter these problems we are not able to solve. If a student is given a guideline and is not able to study that guideline, an exam comes, he won't be able to pass. It is the same thing. If God gives you an instruction which you must follow in order to live your life, and you did not follow that instruction, and the problem comes your way, you won't be able to solve that problem because you failed to follow God's instructions. Follow God's guideline. The instructions that God has given unto you, that you'll be able to use to solve your problems. I don't know what your problem might be right now. Maybe your own problem is joblessness. You just graduated from the university and you're out of job. Or maybe you got fired from your job. You are jobless right now. Maybe that's your problem. It's an exam you are sitting. And you are thinking that you are the only person going through that kind of exam, going through that kind of problem. You are thinking that you are not supposed to go through a problem like that with all your qualifications, with all what you know, with everything that makes you who you are. You think, this kind of problem, I should not be encountering this kind of problem. You think that that problem is beyond you. You think that the problem is so difficult for you. You think that joblessness is difficult for you. Once you are grumbling about joblessness, I want you to know that a lot of people have been jobless just like you are right now. Today they are employers. Do you know that? They went through the problem. They didn't see it as beyond their level. Because the problem, the exam you face with is the exam that will take you to the next level. That problem you are encountering right now is responsible for taking you to the next level in life. If you should go through that problem and emerge victorious, your victory, your promotion is guaranteed. So make up your mind to solve that problem. Stop complaining. God, why me? Find a way to solve that problem. Maybe your own problem, you are a lady. You find yourself in a company where your boss will not stop at anything but to lie with you, to have sex with you. Or maybe you just apply for a job as a lady, and the next thing your boss asks that for you to be given that job, you have to sleep with him. And because you refuse, the job was not given unto you, or you lost the job. You are now encountering problems, financial problems, problems upon problems. Life is becoming difficult for you. Why? Because you deny your boss. You're thinking that you are the only one going through that kind of problem. I want you to know you are not the only one. You are not the first, not even the last. There is a man in Genesis known as Joseph. In the book of Genesis, Joseph, he went through the same problem that you are going through right now. His master, Potiphar's wife, had her eyes on him. Why? Because the young man was handsome. He was good looking. And so the woman forced him to lie with her. But Joseph refused. Because he refused, he lost his job. And he did not only lose the job, he was also thrown in prison for that. Think of that kind of problem. Think how difficult that kind of exam was for Joseph. But what did he do? He went through it successfully. After passing the exam, he was promoted to the level of second in command in Egypt. Him being a foreigner became the second in command in Egypt. Why? Because he passed the exam. You too can do the same. You too can do the same. Maybe your own problem, because you stood for the right thing, you have been laid off from your job. You refuse to swell your hands. You refuse to bend. Because of that, you are encountering problems today. People are saying all sorts of evil about you. Maybe you have lost everything. Your own problem is that you have lost everything. Your business is no longer going as you expected. Everything is just reducing. The business is going down. You're thinking you are the first person to encounter that kind of problem. Ask Job. Ask the man Job, who lost everything in just a day. In a single day, he lost everything. But he went through that problem. He solved it. At the end of the day, he was given a double portion of what he lost. So you are not the first. Your problem is not beyond your level. If only you can solve it, then success, then promotion awaits you. Your promotion to the next level in life, to a higher level than anybody can imagine in life, awaits you. If only you can go through that problem successfully. So, we stop the class here for today. But like I told you, there are a lot of things we're going to learn here. There's yet more. We have not even started yet. There's a lot we are going to deliver on the same topic and on some other subtopics. Just continue to follow up. You will learn more by the grace of God. Mind you, this program is brought to you by the Good News Broadcasting Corporation, GNBC. Subscribe to our channel and God bless you as you do so. Till we meet again, I have been your teacher, Solomon Joseph Kekura. Class dismissed.